I don't, I'm just going to have to calm Jeremy down. Jeremy Siegel, Professor Emeritus of Finance at University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School of Business. It's not attractive to like take a victory lap and just say I told you so and all this stuff. But do you want to do any of that right now, Jeremy?
Well, I think I have been saying to you and others the last 4 months that inflation was basically over, that the Fed is using lag data more seriously on the CPI index than the PPI index. But the danger was being too tight, not too loose. The Fed rhetoric, higher for longer, it really would guarantee a recession. I think this moves up the pivot. All we need is for them to recognize what prices on the ground are actually doing, and they are not going up. And the Fed can say, I mean, they're probably going to go 50 basis points, but that should be the absolute pause. If I were there, I would say you could pause right now. But I think the day of recognition is sooner.
You know, Jeremy, you could say that Jay Powell is crazy like a fox, though, in a way, because it's nicer to let the markets do things for you than you doing it to yourself. Maybe you don't have to go as far. So on that day when he said maybe we're going to slow down the pace, and the markets took off, you remember that day? Yep. And then he felt the need at that point to say, well, we now have a higher terminal rate. He just did that because he doesn't want the wealth effect of the market to make his job harder. So do you at least give him credit for doing that, or do you think that was a mistake? He should just say what he means.
Well, I think I think the pendulum has swung too far. They way underestimated inflation for so long, and it's like, hey, I got religion. Oh, all right, now I just got to fight it no matter what. I mean,
no, I agree.
Yeah, and I don't want to be blamed on the other side, and I think he has to face the facts on the ground. Yeah, I was shocked at the news conference that followed the September meeting when he said, I think now we have to be more aggressive. The November meeting than we were in the September meeting when the data was actually so much more favorable, and I think that really during his news. The market went up on the statement, and then during the news conference, it all went down. My God, what is he thinking? But I mean, it's a matter of time. I was also, as I mentioned before, very surprised he was confronted with the fact that there are two housing indexes, one that's forward-looking and one is backward-looking. Basically, he said, yeah, and I like the backward-looking one better. I kind of said, oh my God.